Facebook, Google, and other online services are using something called Captchas. If you've ever made an account with one of these platforms, then you've probably seen a CAPTCHA before. A CAPTCHA is used to determine whether or not you're human. They're used to prevent bots from creating online accounts for the sole purpose of spamming a website. Although it does its job, the ways in which CAPTCHAs verify users is pretty creepy. For example, if you click on the audio version of this CAPTCHA, you'll get this chilling audio. That said, here are 9 audio CAPTCHAs that are just way too creepy to hear. Creepy security check. A Facebook user hears a chilling CAPTCHA. Aside from using CAPTCHAs to create online accounts, they're also used as security checkpoints to ensure that the person logging in isn't a bot, but the actual person associated with the account. That said, a Facebook user came across a CAPTCHA before logging back in. However, after multiple attempts at entering the CAPTCHA shown on screen, the user proceeds to click on the audio version of the CAPTCHA and hears this.
This is a Facebook security audio CAPTCHA. It's like the audio version of what the regular CAPTCHA looks like.
There's no doubt that the audio version is pretty creepy. It's mysterious as to why the CAPTCHA sounds so contorted. Perhaps doing so prevents online bots from understanding what's being said, thus preventing them from entering the letters on screen correctly. Although it's a smart way of filtering out bots from humans, it fails to consider the fact that some people have hearing problems. How can a person with a hearing disability understand what's being said? It fails to consider this, but most importantly, it fails to consider the fact that the audio CAPTCHA may unnerve some people. Amazon. Almost every site contains creepy CAPTCHAs, and Amazon is no exception. Before logging in, you might be asked to listen to a CAPTCHA. As with most sites, CAPTCHAs are used as a security measure to verify that the user is in fact human and not a bot. And like with most CAPTCHAs, Amazon's version is too creepy to hear.
Please type the numbers you hear. 8 7 1 0 2
0
2.
What's unusual about this CAPTCHA is that you're not given another option to verify yourself. Failing to consider that the audio may be a little too cryptic may prevent a substantial number of users from accessing the site, whether it's because they couldn't understand the CAPTCHA or simply because they were scared by it. This, therefore, may cause Amazon sales to drop. It would be best if Amazon chose a different type of security checkpoint, one that isn't too scary. Google's CAPTCHA. Google is known for using CAPTCHAs on some of its services. Take Gmail, which sometimes requires its users to correctly enter the text shown on screen as a form of verification. Of course, like with most CAPTCHAs, Google's has an audio component. Although it's helpful for those who have trouble seeing, it's still nonetheless pretty spooky. Here's what happens when clicking on the audio version of the CAPTCHA.
Once again. 3, 5,
For sure, it isn't Google's intention to scare us. Rather, it seems as though they're trying to create a CAPTCHA that's understandable to us, yet impossible for a bot to decipher. The result of such combination is an unnerving mix of sounds. Perhaps Google can come up with a much less scary version of this CAPTCHA. Cryptic numbers. With so many audio CAPTCHAs out there, you might come across one that's pretty scary. For example, take this CAPTCHA, which isn't exclusive to just one site, but to many. Here's a clip of that audio.
Điều yếu hỏi we come up with 5, 4, 9, 3, 4, 2, once again. Điều yếu hỏi we come up with 5, 4, 9, 6.
It's really mysterious as to why such audio sounds so spooky. It might be because it's trying to mimic the cadence of the words on screen. But even if it's trying to do that, why add the other sounds? There seems to be no reason for adding them. Like stated before, perhaps this is done to prevent bots from understanding what's being said. Although it's a smart way of doing so, it would be better if the CAPTCHA used sounds that aren't so creepy. Creepy voice. Everyone can agree that some audio CAPTCHAs are just too scary to hear. While some may say that one is creepier than the other, there's no way that the following CAPTCHA isn't the creepiest. Listen to this audio that was found on MTV's website.
1, 4, 5, 3, 4, 7.
Adding a robotic voice that reads off numbers while slowing down its speech is just too creepy. Why not have a pre-recorded voice of someone reading the numbers? Perhaps the reason for not doing this is because most visual CAPTCHAs are auto-generated on the spot. So having someone read the visual CAPTCHA and recording it would take some time. Therefore, it seems efficient to just have a bot read off what was generated on screen, which can also be done within seconds. Whatever the reason might be for not using a human voice, there is no explanation as to why MTV would not use an alternative to the audio CAPTCHA just played. Distressed voice. Most people have some pretty good eye vision, especially when compared to those who are blind. However, even with 20/20 vision, someone coming across a CAPTCHA might be curious to see what the audio version sounds like. And, as you can imagine, their reaction would be similar to that of someone who just saw something really terrifying. Well, that's exactly what happened to this person who wanted to hear the audio component of the visual CAPTCHA. Here's what he heard. Perhaps it's best that we stay away from clicking on the audio version and have someone else type the words on screen for us. Doing so will save us from getting chills and maybe a heart attack, especially for those who are faint-hearted. Facebook. Just like the previous CAPTCHA used by Facebook, the following CAPTCHA is very chilling. There are times when Facebook would run a security check on its users to verify that the person using the account isn't someone else. To do so, Facebook uses a CAPTCHA asking users to enter the text on screen. And, as with most CAPTCHAs, an audio version is included alongside the text. However, this audio CAPTCHA might just be the creepiest one so far.
Let's play it here. What? I can't hear what that is. I'll click this link that says can't hear this.
Just imagine scrolling through Facebook at night and accidentally clicking on the CAPTCHA's audio. Going to sleep would be impossible. Yahoo. Most people aren't familiar with Yahoo, given that Google services such as emailing and video sharing are more prominent than the same services provided by Yahoo. But although Yahoo's popularity isn't on the same level as Google's, it does share something in common with it: CAPTCHAs. And like with most CAPTCHAs, Yahoo's is pretty creepy. Check out this CAPTCHA that someone captured before logging into the Yahoo account. This is by far one of the most creepiest audios on this list. Now, obviously what makes this unsettling are the pre-recorded voices of kids. And what makes this even more creepy is the reverse soundtrack of what sounds like children speaking that plays in the background. This, coupled with the fact that this might have been auto-generated by the program, makes you wonder if there's something strange going on with Captchas. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Pirate Bay. Like with Yahoo, most people don't know what the Pirate Bay is. The site is mainly used to download digital content, such as softwares and other media in the form of torrents. Although it doesn't provide the services that both Google and Yahoo have, it does use CAPTCHAs. That said, check out this recorded CAPTCHA.
Please type every digit you hear. Spaces are not required.
Again, it's unclear as to why audio CAPTCHAs sound so distorted. Yes, they are used to make it impossible for a bot to understand. But if the point of an audio CAPTCHA is to serve as an alternative to what was hard to decipher with the first CAPTCHA, then why make the audio CAPTCHA even more hard to understand? Of course, striking the perfect balance between making it impossible for a bot to figure out, but easy for a human to decipher is hard. It would be best to just provide lots of alternative CAPTCHAs that are only visual, as opposed to providing creepy audio CAPTCHAs. Thanks for watching. If you've ever heard an audio CAPTCHA that creeped you out, let me know in the comments below. That said, I'm Bizarre Bub, and I'll see you in the next one.